So my name is Cy Nike. I'm CEO of Mavin Holding. We're a minority-owned firm. We're headquartered out of Michigan, and our goal really is to become one of the largest minority companies in the state. Right now, we do a lot around software. As we look at the next 5 to 10 years, we see a big expansion in cybersecurity, device manufacturing, IoT. And so, like I said, I write code. A lot of our founders write code, and that's how we started this project. Because what we said was, it's great if kids are learning skills, but the thing with cybersecurity and a lot of advanced manufacturing is you're going to need certifications. And what our argument was and our HR strategy was equal employment opportunity doesn't necessarily start once you graduate and apply for the job. It starts all the way when you're starting in kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. Because if you don't understand, here are the credentials, here are the courses, here are the grades I have to have, by the time you get into the labor pool, you're already eliminated. And so we said, how do we start using and building technology and AI so we can start actually informing young people earlier? Not only here's these jobs, but here's the skills they use. And more importantly, as an entrepreneur as well, I understand the job titles of today will not be the job titles we have in 5 years or 10 years. You're going to see a lot of convergence. So the other thing we tried to really focus on when we worked with the education community and built this platform is you are learning skills. We like to call those skills B-STEAM. Business, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And what we make sure the students understand is every industry uses those skills. Every industry. And that's the real takeaway we want students to have. Because a lot of times we might ask a student, what do you want to do? And I hear a lot of, I want to be a football player, which is great. But I never get to hear, what's your plan B? What's your plan C? What's your plan D? What are the big in-demand jobs in the area? Do you even know them? And this is always our challenge because as a business, we work with big players like Google, Microsoft who push our products. There's so many other employers and business owners I've met who say, you know, I supply to GM, I supply to Ford, I supply to Meritor. So sometimes the students don't know those companies and yet they're right in their backyard and they're playing a big part to the products they use. So what we understood was it's important when we built this project for our HR goals was to say, let's help students understand how important the skills and habits they are learning. Let's help them become exposed to all the companies, maybe the ones that you don't see necessarily on a television commercial or has a Sunday time slot, you know, highlighting a certain job. And let's make sure they can build an evidence profile because the other big challenge we had was applications and interviews. We found that so many employees today run to Uber, to Airbnb, to all these different things that they can just push the button and go work. But when you talk about higher wage jobs like ours in IT and manufacturing, the application process was too rigorous. It took too long to prepare. And so really what this whole goal of the project was how do we start working downstream, building CTE, and making it easier for applicants to actually go apply. And so, like I said, we just write code, fortunate to do it. And we're gonna walk through right now is what the employer and what we start to build in this module. And again, this is free for all employers. So we have, I think, 3,422 employers now in the system. And that's across Michigan and now 22 other states. We're starting to really gain traction, get job functions, job titles. It's free application board, which will use AI. So